Hi everyone, welcome to the Move More YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Marissa and I'm leading you through this 30-minute yoga class. So we're gonna get started down on the mat. And we're gonna get started in our bound angle pose. So let's draw the feet together. So the balls of my feet are together, my heels are together, they are in line with my hips. And I'm just gonna start in this pose. Just begin to drop the knees. If you wanna start with a nice little rock, whatever feels good to you. We're just kind of jumping right in. It's a beautiful day out there. And we are excited. I'm excited about finishing this once this is over. It's just gorgeous outside. Can't wait to get out, and it's a little chilly still, so I didn't want to do class out there, but I am looking forward to getting to start doing yoga classes outside. It's gonna be so nice. All right, so starting here, let's begin to close our eyes. And we're gonna start with our breath. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Start to feel the knees relaxing, feel the hips falling. If you're holding onto your ankles, you're allowing the weight of the ankles to help pull the shoulders down. And again, just find the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Think about sitting up tall, turning the tailbone under, drawing the belly button in line with the spine, pulling it back, tuck the chin back just a little bit so that it's one nice long line in the back. Deep breath in through the nose. On this exhale, I want you to begin to bend the elbows, and we're just going to hinge at the hips and begin to draw the chest towards the toes. Just nice and easy. Adjust your arms when you need to. I'm using my elbows to just kind of give a little gentle tug on my legs to help push my hips down. A lot of times when people bend over, they let their legs fall up, and we don't want that to happen. Stop if your legs start to pull forward. Let's just keep the legs down. So sitting up with the chest. So we are going to try to work ourselves into Lotus Pose today. So we're going to do a few things to warm up the hips before we try to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my left foot and I'm bringing it into my right thigh, and I'm just dropping my left knee on the ground. And then from here, I am grabbing my ankle, my right ankle with my right hand. I'm going to begin to pull that ankle up towards the chest. If we want to stay here, just support the knee, support the ankle, and begin to pull the knee in. The goal, where we're going to eventually get, is we want to take the left elbow and wrap it around the foot, and then take the right hand, wrap that elbow around the knee, and we want to bring our palms together. Really sit up tall, stretching, really beginning to warm up all of this outer leg, all of the muscles in the thighs. Good. Find your breath. Don't hold it. Relax the jaw. Our next pose, I'm going to drop this right foot over the leg. And I'm going to attempt to bring my knees in line with each other. So kind of take your moment to wiggle. Do what you need to do. I'm walking my feet out so that my hips can be nice and squared on the mat. And then my knees, they're not perfect. I still have room to go, but I'm trying. So we're just going to place our hands on top of our feet. Sit up tall, bring the chest up, deep breath in, and on our exhale, we're going to begin to lean forward. Really, you should be feeling this in the right, and the glute, that hip. Remember, this is all about opening the hips up and stretching in the hips today. And lift up with the chest. I'm taking my right arm, I'm lifting it up and reaching up to the ceiling, and then I'm going to bring the hand and reach it towards my shoulders. And I'm bringing my left arm behind, so I'm going to cow face pose with my arms. So right elbow is up to the ceiling, left elbow is on the pointing down. I'm trying to relax those legs, let the knees fall, let the hips fully stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, hold it here. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, unwind the arms. Begin to unwind the legs. And let's go back to that bound angle. So draw or cobbler. Draw the toes together. Sit up tall. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we're just going to round the shoulders, draw the nose to the toes, and then sit it up. Let's do that one more time. Lean forward, drop the chin, and roll it up. Very good. Now take the right foot and bring that right foot towards the left thigh. Again, really let that right knee fall on the ground. Once we get to Lotus Pose, this is one of the hardest parts, is letting that hip open up enough to drop that knee. So now we're going to reach for our left foot, bringing the shin up towards the body. Again, if we want to stay here, just support the knee, support the ankle, find where you need it. If you want to keep the stretch going, take that right arm, wrap it around the foot, bring the left arm around the knee, and draw that calf and chin into the chest. Trying to sit up tall. It's a nice habit to round the shoulders. We don't want to do that. We want to continue to keep that chest up straight. Keep breathing, nice and steady. And on your next exhale, lower that left foot to the floor, walk the right foot where you need to, and let's try to lower the knees on top of each other. Again, to get to that pose, I tend to lift that left hip up to kind of adjust, and then I draw that left hip back down. And it does mean I move back a little bit, but at least I can really get into this nice and tight pose. Deep breath in. On this exhale, let's begin to lean forward just a little bit. And lift up with the chest. Now I'm taking my left arm, reaching my left arm up to the ceiling, bending at the elbow, reaching the fingertips down towards my shoulders, swinging the right arm behind me, and bringing those fingertips together as much as you can. It's funny, one side I can touch fingers, the other side not even close. So keep working, keep practicing. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, unwind. Okay, so now we're gonna try our best to get into Lotus Pose. So, how we're gonna get started here? We're gonna get started with our left foot. I'm gonna pick my left foot up and I'm gonna place it on top of my right thigh. This right foot out away from the knee, and then I can slowly let this knee fall to the ground. This might be where you need to stay. It took me months of just doing this before I could even get close, and I'm still just now able to get to Lotus. So, Lotus. All right, thank you, Lotus. Okay, so my knee is down. So if I wanna keep trying to stretch this out, I've got my left foot is turning up. I'm gonna gently pick up this right foot and just ever so slightly tug it on top of the left thigh. And this might not feel good, and you might wanna unwind and come out of it, and that's okay. Keep going. One more breath like this, really feeling the ankles, the toes, feeling it in the shins and the calves. The whole leg gets activated right here. In the hips and the knees. Very good. Let's unwind. So drop that right foot down first and unwind and bring that left foot down to the ground. Let's get ready to reverse the sides. So from here, I'm taking my right leg and bringing my right leg to on top of the left thigh. And this is where we practice. Drop that knee down. That foot naturally kind of curves a little bit, and that's okay. Pull it in nice and tight. And again, if this is where you need to stay, start here. You want this to be comfortable before you move into the next part. But if you are ready, slowly pick that left foot up. You may notice one side moves a little bit more gracefully than the other. You can draw that left foot up onto the thigh. If you've made it, just pause here, find your breath. Again, those ankles, the calves, the shins, every little bit is stretching. Keep breathing. One more breath in. Exhale, let's unwind. Release the left foot, nice and slow. Try not to thud it and let it just fall. Bring that foot out. And now I'm gonna swing both of my knees underneath me. And I'm turning towards one side of the short side of the mat. And I'm turning my toes up, and we're just gonna give a good toe stretch here. So eventually sit your hips back on the heels. Slowly begin to walk your hands up onto your thighs and just start lifting the chest up, really stretching those toes. Watch that core, keep the tummy tight, hips turned under. You're doing so good. Deep breath in. On the exhale, let's reach the hands forward. And from here, I'm lifting my knees off the ground and I'm moving myself into a forward fold. So I'm just beginning to walk my feet forward. And we're just gonna hang heavy right here for a moment. Release the head, let the crown of the head face the ground. Keep breathing nice and slow. I just had someone taking butter was just asking about stretching the feet. What we just did, that heels on top of the toes. Let's all lower one more time so we can really stretch the soles of our feet. So drop the hips down, bring the heels up. We're pushing up onto the top of the toes. And then from here, you can kind of wiggle and adjust however you want. If you want to lower the heels, that way the bottom of your feet are getting a better stretch. Just kind of move, because everyone feels things just a little bit differently, but this one's a great one for the Achilles all the way down into the base of the foot. So now this time we're going to do this again, but we're going to stay up on our toes. So keep the heels off of the ground, and we're going to shift the hips back up, and we're going to move ourselves into a forward fold, but on our toes. Really push into the big toes. Try not to turn the ankles out. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the heels down. Very good. Let's bring our hands to the shins. Take a deep breath in, lift halfway. Exhale, back down. And draw the nose to the knees, slightly bend the knees, and on your next inhale, roll it all the way up. Very good. I'm going to face you. Arms are down by the side. We're going to move into mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart, spread those toes, draw the palms facing me, turn the hips under, bring the belly button up, lift with the chest, shoulders down and back. On your next inhale, let's take the arms up and overhead. Exhale, draw them down, palms down. Again, arms up and over. Exhale, down. On our next inhale, we're going to slowly raise ourselves up onto our toes, really lifting up. Even though it feels like we're just stretching the calves, we are working our feet, our toes, our heels. Hold the breath, hold it. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw the feet down. Let's bring the arms behind you. Interlock the fingers and just pause here for a moment. Again, tuck the tummy in, nice and tight. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, bring both arms up. On our exhale, I'm lowering my left arm down. I'm going to reach my right to the left. Reaching to the left. Just lowering that left arm. Really stretching from the hip up to the shoulder. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, reverse. Now we're leaning to the right. Great. Inhale, bring both arms up. From here, I'm going to interlock my fingers. I'm going to leave my pointer and my thumb straight. Lift the chest. Deep breath in. On our exhale, drop the shoulders down, and we're going to begin to lean to the left. Same stretch as before. This time we're engaging our core just a little bit more because our arms are over our head. Keep breathing. You've got this. Inhale, back to center. Draw the shoulders down. Exhale, lean to the right. Very good. Inhale, back to center. Release the hands. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, take the arms back up. Let's go back on our toes. hold, really push into the big toes. Find something in front of you to keep your focus. I'm staring right at you into your eyes. Deep breath in. Stay on your toes, but we're going to lower the arms on the exhale. Good. Keep the balance. We're practicing balance now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower the heels. We're going to take our arms parallel with the floor, thumbs up, and I'm moving into chair pose. So we can walk our feet together just a little bit. Knees are a little bit tighter together, and we're just going to lower the hips. Yes, like someone magically just placing a chair underneath you. Keep those arms up. You're doing great. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shin, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bending at the knees, inhale, roll it all the way up. Bring back into mountain pose, exhale at the top. Inhale, take the arms up. From here, I'm going to begin to shift my weight into the left leg. And I'm slowly going to begin to lift the right knee up. Now I'm lowering my hands and we're going to reach for that knee. Good. Pull that knee into the chest as much as you can. Let's flex the foot. Pull the knee up, flex that right foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the foot down. Inhale, take the arms up. Begin to shift the weight into the right foot. On the exhale, lowering the left arm, raising the left leg, lowering the arms, grab the knee, find that balance. We'll only be here for a moment. We're just warming our balancing up to get into that tree pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the foot down. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, shift the weight into the left leg. From here, I'm drawing my arms behind me, and I'm going to reach for that foot behind me. So taking both arms back, so I'm going to turn. Woo, almost. So from here, I'm really pulling my shoulders back, pulling this leg back. Good. Keep the chest tight. Try not to fold forward or anything. Keep everything tight. And exhale, lower it down. Deep breath in, arms up. Shifting the weight into the right leg. We're going to begin to pick that left leg up. Reach behind you. Really have those shoulders stretching. If you're struggling with your balance, go get a chair. Bring something in to help you. It's totally okay. If you are struggling, make it better for you. And exhale, drawing the feet down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, I'm going to bring my arms to the hips, shift the weight into the left leg, and from here I'm bringing the right knee up. I'm going to bring the right knee in line with the hip and point that toe down at the ground. We can make circles if you want. Work out that ankle. Switch, go the other way, deep breath in. Exhale, lower the right leg down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shift the weight. Begin to draw the left knee up. Hands back to the waist. Knees in line with the hips. And toes pointing down. Keep going. We're about to move into that tree pose. That's our peak pose. And then we start to wind down. Very good. All right, both feet down on the exhale. Inhale, up. All right, so from here, I'm shifting the weight to my left arm, or the left leg. My left arm's going to my hip. My right arm is reaching for that knee. I'm pulling the knee up to the side. Open those hips up. We were doing those hip stretches earlier just for this pose. Good, keep going. Hold it in through the nose. Exhale, drop that foot down. Inhale, both arms up. Shifting the weight to the right foot. Exhale, lowering the right hand to the waist. Bringing the left knee up to the left hand. Use that hand out. Hold it. Standing up tall. One more deep breath in. Exhale, nice and slowly lower. Inhale, both arms up. All right, you guys, you ready to go into tree pose? Draw the arms down on the exhale. Let's bring the weight to the left leg. Begin to slowly bring the right foot up. If we're new to tree pose or struggling with balance, let's keep our foot here at the ankle. So my toe is touching that ankle bone. But if you're feeling good, steady, and you want to keep going, we're going to bring that foot up. We can bring it up to any spot in the leg except for the knee. So we want to bring it below the knee or bring the toes above the knee. If you need to use that hand to kind of help get it in place, go ahead. Really squeeze that left thigh. Put a lot of tension in that left leg. If you feel good and balanced, take the arms up. Lift the chest. Find that spot on the wall. Really push into the big toe. You're doing it. You're doing so good. Deep breath in. Exhale. Let's draw the palms together. Hands to the heart. Thumbs at the chest. Oh, one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly unwind, bring that foot out and down. Woo. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, begin to shift the weight into the right foot. Begin to walk that left leg up. Again, use your hands how you need to help adjust yourself. Really squeeze that right thigh. Lift that knee up. Oh, got it, squeezing the core. Here it is. When you feel good, take the arms up. Some days are just better than others for balancing. Some days it's just not happening. I notice I deal with ear infections. When I have an ear infection, balancing is really hard. So I need a chair on those days, and that's okay. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw the palms together and bring the hands to the heart. Good, shoulders down and back. One more breath in. And exhale, bring that knee down. Oh, you've done it. But your ankles are feeling nice and loosey-goosey right about now. All right, I'm turning towards the short side of my mat. We are about to head down to the ground. So let's take a deep breath in. Draw the arms up. Hold the arms up here on our exhale. On our next inhale, let's go up to our toes one more time. Use all 10 toes to push weight in. Use those toes. All right, here's the hard part. From here, staying on our toes, we're gonna forward fold. You've got this, nice and steady, nice and slow. Begin to hinge at the waist. Yes, those calves are shaking. Reach to the ground. On your next exhale, lower the heels, forward fold, and just hang heavy. And from here, I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to put that left knee down on the ground first. And then I'm going to lower that left hip down. And from here, my right knee is still up. We're going to go back into that pose like we did in the beginning of class where our knees were on top of each other. So see how it feels. See if it's any different. Sitting up nice and tall. Try to draw those knees in line with each other. From here, if you'd like to give Lotus Pose another try, all you need to do is just draw that foot out to the top of the thigh and slowly bring the left foot on top. Very good. Just pause here. If you just want to go to a nice, comfortable seated position, do that. This is all for you. Unwind if you're wound up. We're going to reverse. So right now my right foot is going to go to the ground. The left knee is on top. I'm trying to connect the knees on top of each other as well as getting my hips on the ground. And you can stay here. You can go to a comfortable seated position, or again, if you want to try the Lotus Pose one more time on this side, go ahead. Maybe now the ankles are moving just a little bit easier from doing all that balancing. Nice job. Unwind the feet. And let's bring ourselves onto the mat, onto our backs. We're gonna have our feet flat on the ground, knees up to the ceiling. And let's slowly just lower yourselves down, just nice and slow, down onto the elbows first. And then lower yourself onto the back. Good. My knees are still up to the ceiling. From here, draw your shoulder blades down. Bring the shoulder blades together. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Rotate the hips and really try to get the whole back on the ground. I can feel it from my tailbone all the way up to my the bottom of my neck, all on the ground. And let's just start to rock the knees side to side. And close the eyes. We'll just finish today nice and calm. You worked on balancing, you loosened up those hips. You did a great class today. And coming back to center, let's pull the knees into the chest. Again, try to get the whole back on the ground. Moving into our final pose, we'll move into Savasana or corpse pose. Laying down on the ground, feet all the way extended to a straight position. Arms all the way down on the floor. Find whatever moment of adjustments you need right now, and then be completely still. Just move from the top of the head all the way down the body. Just take a moment to evaluate. Notice what is relaxed. Notice if there's something you can give another moment to relax. How does the eyebrows feel? Are they relaxed? Is your jaw relaxed? Keep the breath nice and steady. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you all so much for joining me today and taking the time out for you and your needs. That's the hardest part sometimes, is just devoting time for yourself. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Slowly begin to move the wrists and the ankles. The knees and the elbows move. Just bring movement back to the body. And whenever you're ready, you can roll to one side and seat yourself up. Awesome job today, everyone. Thank you again so very much for joining me. If there's a pose you would like to try, make a comment on this video after it's posted and let me know. Let me know what you enjoyed about this class. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for joining me.